This is still such an odd thing to find in an op shop. It's a fake breast. Damn. I mean, it's so strange. They have more than one. Still have these Atari games for those kind of prices. I mean, it's just how much it really is. Disc is missing, but it's something. $65 for a Wii. It's not much. Some PSP games there. Of course, I'll over and see what they have. So you can see all the console games. These are the parts that have probably been picked through 20 times over. They range from $4 to $6 each. It's very high. It's all of them. Cash Converters and Macrobat with my mate Tim.
Again.
Yeah, let's see if there's anything good. Ooh, this is much nicer than before. Last time I was here, all of this stuff was just in a pile. Yep. Oh, anything good. I do like this store because they price... Well, that's not a good example. They price most of their PS2 games at $2 each. So it's like, you can buy something bad, but it's okay, because it's only $2.
Also, this song.
I know this song. Don't have this one.
Hey, it's a free mother can.
That's your mother. Your mama.
Your mama. Say what, fool?
$29 for a PlayStation 2. But thank you, sir.
It's $20 for a t-shirt.
It was originally $50 for a t-shirt. Ooh, original Xbox games.
Went up to 60.
Yeah, that'd be good things. Yeah, nothing much.
I'm gonna go say hello to the technology stuff.
Yeah, sure.
Watch this. Hello.
Hello, technology. How are you today? Not bad.
Beep. What did you say about my mom?
Oh, baby.
Oh.
Yes, please.
I have a tendency of grabbing.
Alright, see those people over there? Just wait until we get near the front. There we go. It's like a theme park for the tip shop that's been closed since Christmas. Let's push our way to the front. It's very cool. Neato. Cash Converters has had this Street Fighter 2 pinball machine for ages. They want $2,800 for it. They've had it for months, possibly a year. Sure.
For you to level up.
Oh, yeah, but... Yeah, I guess.
It's supposed to be a P90.
And in the story, it just
Yeah, this
ended.
is supposed to be a P90.
Coolio.
Look, Anthony, it's supposed to be a P90, but it's broken.
Some Metaspace game.
Anthony, do you know what a P90 is?
Some form of... Wow. Wow. Yeah. Nothing great. Wow. Whew, that's ritzy. believe that's
SpongeBob?
supposed to be SpongeBob. But some kid has had its way with him. You know what this is, guys? This is the very first video I'm uploading in 6 months. That will be over a 15-minute time limit. For anyone who doesn't know, I had a copyright strike against my channel from a gameplay video that I uploaded. The creator of the video took it down, gave me a copyright strike, and I was swapping emails back and forth with him, and he didn't seem too cooperative with it, so I eventually decided to just wait out the 6 months and then get good standing back on my channel. And because I got a copyright strike on my channel, some of the privileges were taken away, which was not fun. One of those privileges being that I couldn't upload videos over a 15-minute time limit, so all of the videos have been just under, or like a second or so over 15 minutes, but it hasn't been what I'd usually upload. And I'd say usually, but like now what I'd usually upload is a 15-minute video, so I'm actually going to try and stick with 15 minutes, between 15 and 25, because I'll be honest, a 50-minute video, that's too long. I mean, I don't want to watch a video that's 50 minutes long. I don't imagine other people want to watch a video that's 50 minutes long, so I'll try to keep it in nice proportion to what I pick up. But very good stuff this week. Excellent stuff for the first week of 2015. For some reason, in fact, I know what it is, like, people get Christmas presents and then they've traded stuff into various places, or they've had a few weeks off holiday, so they've given stuff to op shops, and that, you know, they've cleaned out the garage and just given the stuff they don't want to an op shop, and that's where I come in and I buy stuff. So, God, where do I even start? I'll start off with cash converters first. Cash converters has pretty much been my lifeblood for the past few weeks, because not a lot to find in other places, unfortunately, just because it's been kind of bad weather, but people are always shopping at cash converters, always bringing stuff into cash converters. Firstly, for my local one at Mount Gravatt, I found a bunch of good stuff. I found 3 Mega Drive games for $2 each, and they didn't have them with the video games, which is why I don't think they had been picked up yet, because I got there on the weekend, and they usually put stuff out during the week. But for $2 each, I got NBA Live 96. No manuals in any of these, but for $2 each, I'll reuse the cases, you know. When you can find ones this cheap, you can reuse them. NBA Live 97. That actually has a copy of NBA All-Star Challenge in it. All good. That was also $2. And a copy of FIFA Soccer 96. So I'll just reuse all the cases on those. I have various EA cartridges that don't have cases or artwork, so I'll print out some artwork, throw them in the cases, and they'll look lovely on my shelf. They also had, that particular store also had just a random PlayStation 2 game that I didn't have. 7 Wonders of the Ancient World. It's something. Looks like a puzzle game. Sort of like a Tetris or a Columns. And this guy, which, I'll tell you why they still had this. Mario Party 9 on the Wii for $7, which is a hell of a deal. But it's incomplete, and the disc itself is... Look at that. Have you ever seen so many scratches on a Wii game? It works though. It does work, so a good buy for $7, and that's going in my collection. And my local one also had some very good stuff. A few things I bought. I bought more than what I'm going to show you, because after I bought this stuff, I also bought other things, but I then sold them. I bought, I think, 3 original Xbox games, which I sold for $10 each. A Crash Bandicoot title and something else and something else. A Crash Bandicoot title, Halo 2, the multiplayer map pack, and then something I don't remember, but that pretty much made these free. And it is the Grand Theft Auto Trilogy. That's very cool to get. This was at my local cash converters at Indrapilli. They were getting in a bunch of new stock from another store. They were doing like a trade with another store, sending some stuff that they didn't have, and that store would send stuff that wasn't selling at their store, and why no one was buying this for $6? I don't know, because it's definitely worth $6, and it's complete. It's all in there. Discs, manuals, everything. So that's very cool to get. It's in great shape too, I mean. Let me get this back in here. There's like fraying on the sides, but you expect that from slipcover. But for $6, very happy to pick it up. I already have all of those games, but to get them in a bundle like that, very cool. And I also found, and with this I also picked up a copy of Mario Kart for the Wii, which I also sold, so get my money back. I bought in his blob for the Nintendo Wii. Apparently this is one of the harder Nintendo Wii games to find, and I did not have it on my list because I didn't think it would be one that I'd be finding too soon, but I found it at Cash Converters and was happy to do so. It was nice and complete. It looks like an interesting game. Apparently you throw jelly beans to that small monster thing. I'm pointing at... I have to make sure I'm pointing at this thing and not the kid, but you throw jelly beans to that, and he turns into various things depending on what jelly bean you give him, so he can solve puzzles. So that's kind of cool. What else? Ooh. I can show you some parcels. I won't do a separate video for these, I'll just show you. Various parcels that I won off of eBay. First one here was actually from the Cash Converters web store. It is Professor Layton and Fedora's box, $5. Worth getting. Next one here I saw on Gumtree and messaged the person. They had a bunch of PlayStation 2 games and wanted to sell it as a lot, but I messaged the person saying, hey, can I just get this title? And then I'll pay you to ship it over to me. And he said, yeah, sure, no problem. And it is Disgaea 2 Cursed Memories. I have a Disgaea game on the PlayStation Vita. I've never played a Disgaea game on a console, but that's all there. And you wanted $5 for this plus $5 shipping, so $10 total. Still a great deal for this game. And then, also from the Cash Converters website, I bought this game for, I think, $6 plus $4 postage, and then I found another copy in a JB Hi-Fi and used a gift card to get it. And it is Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 3 and Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 3, and both copies are completely complete, so one's to keep, one's to sell. I'll probably put it up online a little later today. Alright, ooh, op shop stuff. Didn't go to a whole lot of op shops, but the few that I did go to, I did find a few things. Where's this guy? Yes. I did go to a few and I did find a few things. Nothing great, but you know, stuff for the collection, which is always good. I believe this was a Lifeline somewhere, I don't remember where. But Lifeline's Bookfest is coming up next weekend, so I will be going to that. We'll probably be making a video for it. If any video is going to be 50 minutes long, that's going to be 50 minutes long. But I found a DVD of Glengarry Glen Ross. Apparently a fantastic movie. A. Crosby recently showed video footage of this movie on his channel, so I'm guessing he's a fan. Also found Final Fantasy X, but stupid me. I did not check the case. I always check the case, but I didn't this time. And the one time you don't, comes back to bite you in the ass, so. Final Fantasy X with a copy of Hitman 2 on it, so I can't sell that, unfortunately. Copy of Fable, easy to sell. Especially when you get it cheap. These were $2 each, by the way. And then 2 GameCube games. Don't see GameCube games every day, and for some reason Australia, every GameCube game is expensive. There are no cheap GameCube games, and I don't know why, because you know, you can get the exact same game on the PlayStation 2 or the Xbox for pennies. So to find a copy of Medal of Honor Frontline for $2, which is all in there, and a copy of Burnout 2 Point of Impact for $2. All in there, in good working condition. I'm happy. Very happy with that. Alright, and this next one is from my local, not a local op shop. It's from an RSPCA op shop at a place where I volunteer. I do warehouse work there just on the side, and I go there one day a week, usually a Friday. And as I'm walking past, I see what they have in the op shop. Not well, while I'm on my break, on lunch, like at 12 o'clock, I see what they have in the op shop, and when I arrived at around 9, because my shift starts at 9, I just walk by the op shop, see if they have anything I might be interested in purchasing, and if they do have something I'm interested in purchasing, I ask if they can hold it until lunchtime for me. And good thing I went there and asked, because otherwise someone else would have gotten this baby. Ah! A boxed PlayStation, a DualShock version. And a boxed PlayStation is the only PlayStation you should ever bother picking up. If you find a loose PlayStation, leave it. Even for the price I paid for this, which was $6. So $6 for a boxed PlayStation, I think that's pretty good. And it's even better because it comes with not one, not two, but 3 DualShock controllers. The console itself, which I'll throw it in the bin for all I care, I don't want it. The instructions. More instructions. Cords and cables, which also work on the PlayStation 2. And 3 original PlayStation games. Only one of them is in its original case, but that's okay. These just came with it free, so Formula 1 98, X Rental, that's okay with me. WCW NWO Thunder. I do enjoy my wrestling games, hopefully this one is good. And one that I don't think is very good, but I'll still give it a try, WWF Attitude, and this was the only one that was, yep, nice and complete in there. So, nothing great, but for $6 a boxed PlayStation 1, I'm not going to pass that up, ever. And also at a random op shop, just this guy. Billy Hatcher and the Giant Egg for $3. A lot harder to find than the GameCube version for whatever reason. I mean, the GameCube one sells for more, but this one is harder to find, so wrap that around your head. I'm going to pause for a minute, clean up around my area, and then come back and show you the rest of this stuff, because there is still quite a bit to go. I will be back. Alright, cleaned up that, and now we can get to the last thing. Ugh, all of the shit in this bag. And there's a lot of it. Alright, so, story time. Just yesterday, I went to the tip shop the tip shop opens on Friday, that's usually when I'm doing volunteer work, but I discussed it with my supervisor and he said, it's okay if you come in on Thursday next week, which was this week, obviously. And how can I explain it? Yep, so I worked on Thursday, then I got to go to the tip shop on Friday, and it was like, not the grand opening, but the first time they were open since Christmas happened, so it was the 9th or the 10th, I think, that it opened up again, and I wanted to make sure that I was there to get the good stuff. And I was, and I did. So, place opens up 10 AM as usual. Gets fucking flooded. Not by water, but by people. There's no less than 200 people, maybe a bit more, maybe a bit less, lined up outside the place wanting to get in when it opens. All the traders, all the dealers, all the bargain hunters are there, including myself. And thankfully only one other person. Well, 2 other people, but they were in a group, so I called them one. Only one other group of people were actually looking for video games, so I was able to get some stuff. And I went to a place where they keep video games, which they keep it separate from consoles, so while I was able to get video games, this 2-man group was able to get some of the video games plus all of the consoles, so there's no way I can I can compete against that. And they didn't get all of the consoles, other people got consoles as well, but you know, you can imagine from like a month time of build-up in a tip shop where everyone in a city is bringing stuff that they don't want from Christmas or clean out during their holidays to there. You can imagine there was a lot, and there was a lot. People had... the main competition had a trolley full of consoles, and this is why I was saying you only buy boxed PlayStations, because this guy had loose PlayStations with no cords. Like, just PlayStation 1s. The original ones, the crappy ones that no one wants. And, you know, they charge $10 each for consoles there, which, you know, 10 to 15 for consoles, I think it is, depending on how much the person wants to give you a deal that you're buying it from. Because once you grab something, you have to bring it to this person, and they will price the item for you, and there are people in each section who will do the pricing. So, the resellers in my area just aren't very smart, and so I was able to get to the Sega games, the PlayStation 2 games, the Nintendo Wii games, and the PlayStation 2 games first. But the other guy was able to get to the PlayStation 1, the NES, which they did have NES games first. So that's a little bit annoying, but it happens. And, you know, the guy wasn't too smart, because what he left for me was far better than what he ended up getting. Like, he got a Crash Bandicoot game, he got something else, but he left me with the good stuff. The PlayStation 2 games I got, grabbed ones both for my collection and for resale. And these were just $2 each. I think I ended up getting a package deal of $47. No, not 47. They were $2 each. I forget what the total price was. I got Ready to Rumble Boxing 2, which I don't have in my collection. Strange to think, I mean, this is a really cheap game, but I've just never found it. A copy of the original Halo, easy to sell. Something that the guy passed up. The Legend of Spyro, Dawn of the Dragon, like, he just got in before me, so he was able to get to stuff before I was, but I shouted out to a person behind a counter, because they keep all of their games behind a counter, and he has to watch you while you're picking through them so you don't steal any of the discs. I shouted out to go, "Hey, show me those games!" And he brought them over to me, and like, "Can I see all of the games?" And he went to grab them for me, and then the other guy said, he shouted out at the guy, "Hey, can I see those Nintendo and PlayStation 1 games?" And so the guy must have gotten confused or something, because instead of giving those games to me, he passed them to that guy, and I'm like, you fuck! You know, if he had tried to take my stuff, we would have gone to fisticuffs, and I would have won, because he was a short, pasty kid. I mean, guy probably doesn't get a whole lot of sun in his face, and probably can't do much against these. As if I'd ever get into a fight. But he left us behind. Legend of Spyro, Dawn of the Dragon. Not Dawn of the Dragon. Yeah, Dawn of the Dragon, which sells for good money. Actually got this from Cash Converters on the way home. Crash Nitro card for $3, sells for $10. Also, when I throw stuff down, I'm actually placing it onto the floor. I'm rather close to the floor at the moment. Crash Bandicoot, The Wars of Cortex. Once again, easy to sell. You know, when I go in here, I'm buying stuff for my collection and to sell, so no hate. Can Canem Edit, the PlayStation 2, Driving Motion Type S, which is for my collection, Metal Gear Solid 2 Substance, for sale, and Legion, the Legend of Excalibur, which looks fairly interesting, for $2, that's for the collection. Alright, from there, as I said, he got to the PlayStation 1 games before me, he got to the Nintendo games before me, which he just took all of them. He didn't give it, he did not care what title was there, but he just grabbed them. And I could tell the guy wasn't too smart, because for $2 each, he should have grabbed all of these, because you can sell all of these. What he passed up and what I grabbed was the first Destruction Derby, Colin McRae Rally. You know, these are good games. These are fun games to play. I just have them all already. Test Drive 4. One that everyone has. Gran Turismo. Need for Speed High Stakes. You know, this one sells. You can sell this one for a pretty penny. Twisted Metal World Tour. If anyone can tell me why this is the only Twisted Metal game I run into in Australia, I'd be really appreciative, because I've never seen any other Twisted Metal game on the PlayStation 1 other than Twisted Metal World Tour. Also, all of these are complete, so I won't bother opening up and showing you them. They're in good condition. All of them are in good condition. Rallycross 2, probably the cheapest one of the lot. Dave Mirra Freestyle BMX. Now we get to some of the better ones. We have Driver, Tekken 2, which is a fantastic game, Destruction Derby 2, and big money here. I was surprised this guy passed this up. It's like, you really don't know what you're doing, mate, do you? Bus Day Groove. I already have 2 copies of this, so this one is up for sale. Competition, man. You can't beat them, but at the same time, I'm happy that they're dumb. Because if they were as knowledgeable as... This is going to sound elitist, but if they were as knowledgeable as I am about these kind of things, they would have just bought them all and I would have gotten none. So, not fun. Did I get anything else from there? Oh yes. I bought a few Sega games while I was there. For $2 each, I'm not going to pass them up. They're not in great condition and I have all of them, but... Jurassic Park, Columns, and Sonic the Hedgehog 2, so nothing great there, but... You know, for $2 each, why not? Someone will want them. From there, I just kind of went home, but I stopped at a cash converters on the way, and there was another pawnbroker selling stuff, and this is probably where I got the deal of the day. These ones are all to keep, because I'm going to sell a bunch of those and make a lot of my money back. Probably make all of my money back, actually, plus a little bit more. And it will pay for these in a just called Brown's Plains Pawnbroker, which I don't find much in there. I usually just find movies there, which I don't show a whole lot, but I found for $10 each, Pokemon Platinum, $10, all complete. Pokemon Soul Silver, $10, all complete. And Pokemon White version 2, $10, all complete. So $10 each for complete Pokemon games. Yes, please, don't mind if I do. Yeah. And so that is everything. That's absolutely everything I have to show you. Probably go over 15 minutes on this one, probably over 20, but that's okay because I picked up a lot. I'm going to be selling a lot, and I don't really have any plans for the next week or so, so I may do a bit more game hunting. I may just wait. I need to recoup a lot of my money on this because I'm currently out of funds, but I will recoup a lot of my money on that stuff, so I will have funds and I will be able to go out. Unfortunately, like, you spend a lot of money during the Christmas season, that's just what happens, so unfortunately I am out of funds at the moment. All of my spare money went into that stuff that you saw, so what can you do? When a deal shows up, you kind of have to take it, otherwise someone else will get it, and then they'll decide, you know, this is my area now, I'm going to go here every week and get what other people cannot get, so what are you going to do? But this is Seago from my house bidding you farewell. The next video I plan to do is going to be a video showing my favorite games that I played and finished in 2014, and just to give you an idea of what they are, those guys. So I'm going to be showing those guys, plus a few more ones that are online that I don't actually have in a physical copy. But look forward to that. This is Seago of my house bidding you farewell. Stay out of my op shops, my tip shops, my flea markets, my pawnbrokers, my thrift stores, and you better fuck stay out of my garage sales, otherwise I'm going to kill you. See you guys later.
And that's all, folks.